This is Anthony's Group Iron Man. It is my new main account, and I've got a simple premise for what I would like to do in maxing the account. And put simply, it is RuneScape, but I do everything. So, what does that mean? I am looking to max my stats. If you take a look, I've got lots of 99s, 200 or 2,165 total level, and uh, lots of collection logs, 605, tons of time played, lots of combat tasks, all the quests except for Treasure 2, and a lot of the achievements. But what I am looking to do, and what I would like to be challenged in, is to max my account, get 2277, and do as much clogging along the way as possible. So I've kind of already started doing this. I'm going to quickly mine the last couple of pieces of amethyst that I need. I'm looking to get 51,000 dart tips, and I've already got 51,000 arrow tips, and I'm currently at 98 mining. So I'm looking to max and get 99 mining, but in order to do that in any skill, I need to try and complete as many collection log slots as possible. So that's pretty straightforward. Um, but there's a lot of random ways to complete the skill of mining. So I'm currently doing amethyst because I really want to have additional ammunition for any boss thing that I'm going to do and any slayer that I'm going to do, because I just know that ammunition is such a important thing for Iron Men to have. But even on my grind so far for mining, I've done a lot of different things, and the cool thing about the collection log is that it kind of showcases a lot of things that you do along the way. So for Motherlode Mine, I've already gotten everything in here. Um, and for uh, Shooting Stars, I've already gotten both. I've recolored my set to gold. So the only last area that I need to take a look at would be under mini games, and the volcanic mine. So I already have a couple things in here, but I do have the ash covered tome and the dragon pickaxe broken, both of which seem really, really annoying. But I've checked out the wiki, and between 98 and 99, if I do it here just when I can, uh, all the way to 99, I think that I probably would be able to get enough points, definitely for the ash covered tome and for a chance at the broken dragon pickaxe. And that's kind of the premise for every single skill that I would be doing. I want to, uh, along the way, get as close to um, get as close as I possibly can to 1,000 collection logs and to maxing. I definitely want to get like all my quests done. I want to get my quest kit back, and I also want to complete the achievement diary. I don't have very many things left. It's just 91 thieving. It is 91 rune crafting, and then a couple things in the Kandarin. I have to go and in the elite, I have to construct a pyrolog for magic logs, and I need to get barbarian assault completed, which I've never done before. So there's a lot of this game that I have played a lot of, and there's a lot of this game that I've never played. And so this is by far the highest account I've, ever made it on. I remember being just a young whippersnapper and getting my first like Jad KC and losing my mind when I finally got the fire cape. And even just getting like 70 range to get black d hide and a crystal bow and thinking that was the epitome of RuneScape. But I am looking to uh, max out my account, and in any way, shape, or form, I want to get collection logs along the way. So right beside me, there is a stack of 49 beginner clues that I have here. And if I go to the bank, it looks super gross, but I've got a 32 beginner clues here, bunch of easies, a bunch of mediums, a bunch of hards, and an elite. The reason why I have more hards than I should is because I went and killed a bunch of Araxite, which just came out, in order to get the boots. I really wanted that. I love the Slayer tab. I want to green log that eventually on the collection logs. So it took me way over the drop rate to get them, and I had like 58 hard clues. So I did a bunch of them already. I got lucky on the Araxite heads as well. But yeah, I was just did a big grind of hard clues. So I want to quickly go through the bank and do a little bit more explaining, and just like the premise of what I'm hoping to do and what I'm hoping to accomplish. There's a lot of like mini goals along the way. I'd really like to get the elite combat tasks done, because if I do that, I have a higher chance at spawning superiors when I do Slayer, and I do want to do more Slayer. I have stopped ever since I got 99, but I want to get 99 Prayer, and I think the way that I'm going to get 99 Prayer is passively through Slayer. So I'll get a lot of collection log slots by taking a longer route to 99 Prayer and not just grinding something. Another really fun way of getting 99 Prayer would probably be in fighting Vorkath. I'd really like to go and do some more. I've only got 200 KC, and the drop rate for any of these things is super rare, so even just doing like 1,000 KC for bones would be fun. And another boss that drops them, I know in quite a heavy quantity, is the Alchemical Hydra. So I've got a cracked log. If you look at this, my very first tax, I got the claw and the pet. So I'm sorry for anyone that is triggered by that. So I want to do a lot of Alchemical Hydra. At the time of recording this, it's September 13th. And the reason why I get to play this game a lot is because I'm actually an online teacher. So I play a ton of AFK on the side. And then whenever I play actively, I'm trying to, complete things that require a little bit more attention. So there's a lot of different bosses that would get my prayer level up. Rune crafting, there's quite a few collection logs with rune crafting. With construction, there's a few collection logs I need. Hunter has a ton of collection logs. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then thieving has a ton of collection logs. Herblore, none that I can think of. Agility has a lot. I haven't done a lot of the different agility methods. I want to do the Brimhaven. I think that'd be pretty fun. I know that there's the backpacks, the monkey backpacks that you can get. So there's a lot of different ways that I want to train. And then once I finally get to the Hallowed Sepulchre, I'll probably start doing that at level 92. There's all these collection logs. So agility will hold a lot of collection logs. Mining, there's not very many left. I'm almost done this skill. But I had this idea, honestly, a little while ago. I've been watching lots of YouTube. If you are like me and you play RuneScape, you're always watching on a second screen. And so I've been following along with tons of, famous guys who do lots of different series. I am, watching some with, loot from the entire year, and other people who are doing like Ultimate Iron Man collection logging and just like fun bossing and whatnot. And so my idea is that whenever I'm doing any sort of skill, I have to do all of the clue scrolls that it drops. And I'm going to extrapolate that into some of the hunter and some of the thieving as well. So my goal is that when I max and when I get close to total and everything, I want to also uh, get 1,000 collection logs. So I'm not sure which one's going to happen first. It's kind of like a race, either 1,000 collection logs or you know 2277. So we'll see which one happens first. But currently, in my bank, I'll do a quick walkthrough. Nothing in here's super exciting. Um, uh, Other than, well, nothing's really exciting in here, other than maybe the fact that I have done all of the Revenant Cave. So I've green logged the Revenant Cave, and I've also made my Voidmaker. So I'll talk about that. But yeah, right now I am saving all of my clues throughout the year. And I've got a lot of random stuff in this tab that I'm using to um, like save up for certain things. Like my Brimstone Keys stack is going to be here. All of my Prayer XP is going to be here. And then just like random loot is here. I've got a pretty interesting setup here for like wilderness stuff because I'm trying to greenlog the wilderness and I only have a very small amount of things left there. I have a general loot tab. This is from largely from Revenants, but also just from any other bossing that I've done this year. So I haven't sold anything. Well, I kind of elked a few things because I've been using GP to keep or fill up my my kingdom. But yeah, I'm in a group Ironman with a cousin and some friends, and I have to go and do all of these clue scrolls. And another thing is that the series on, um, you know, RuneScape, but I do everything, is that I actually cannot open up like my clues until I've got every single step completed. So there's a lot of stashes that are already done, but there's a few stashes where I need like a Zamorak God Sword and a Bandos God Sword, and there's a few things like that. So I'm going to be saving up all of my clues until I'm fully able to access as much as possible. I can open up beginner clues, which I might do later. I've got to go and complete a ton of them. I guess I should actually go and just bank what I started with doing. I had 51,000 amethyst dart tips and 51,000 amethyst arrows tips. And I think the rest I'll probably turn into javelin heads for later. But this is kind of just like a quick overview of my hopes for the account. I think it's fun to start off and see what I've already completed. For bosses, I have done parts of the wilderness. So I was fascinated with the wilderness and kind of just wanted to get it done. So one of the first things is I went super hard on Revenants. And if you've watched other people on YouTube, you'll see that most people have the opposite situation that I do. It took me forever to get my Thamarin Scepter, whereas lots of other people, Frey's probably the most common one that people would be familiar with. He's at Extreme One Chunk, and he had like 7 or 8 of these. But yeah, I've gotten 2 of the other ones, and my kill count is like respectable. It's not insanely high, but I essentially got 99 Slayer through Wilderness Slayer. So if I go to the Slayer tab, I've completed Dagon High. I got 3 tops and the top and bottom, so I got lucky there. I've got lots of the kind of like generic stuff, none of the most rare, not the Draconic Visage or the Wyvern Visage. I don't have lots of the heads or the Imbued Heart or the Eternal Gem. I haven't done Konar Slayer, so I don't have any of the Dusk Mystic or the Broken Hosta. So there's lots of things in here that I'm excited to go for. Over time, I think I will most likely do Konar Slayer for all of 2025. But my goal for 2024 is to do any and all Slayer through Duradel, and I actually do have a good task right now. The task that I have is for Aviancies, and I plan on doing that as soon as possible. And like I said, I will use Slayer to get 99 Prayer on my journey to RuneScape, but I do everything. And yeah, I'm gonna, hopefully draw inspiration. This is my first kind of like intro to this whole idea. So I'm sure that people will help out if they have unique ideas in the way that the theory crafting works for, completing certain bosses in order and certain skills in certain orders. But yeah, I'm going to go back to what I've already completed. So the wilderness is pretty close to being done. Um, the things that I have left are just the spindle pet, Venetus pet. And it's the one that I've got a decent amount of kills here. So I need the treasonous ring and the Venetus spiderling. And Vedion's also green logged, completed that one super early, which is cool. And then Scorpia, I've got lots of kills, need the pet. So those are two that I still need to do, and I do them pretty AFK. I actually specifically went and grinded Slayer and did the Araxites because I wanted the boots, which will actually help when I start going back to Spindle. Another wilderness unique that I still need is also the teleport anchoring scroll. I'm not going to go for that right now because it's not a huge thing on my hit list, but it is basically one of the 4 items I need to greenlog the wilderness. So this teleporting scroll, the treasonous ring, and the 2 pets. So Venenatus spiderling and the Scorpia's offspring. And that would be pretty hyped to have the wilderness greenlogged in every way, shape, and form. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything from there that I can think of off the top of my head. I spent so much time in the wilderness, and the clan that I'm actually a part of is Wildinator, and he was like an Iron Man that was looking to take on the wilderness as much as possible. So huge respect to him. What I'm gonna do is gonna go do all the beginner clues, every clue that I possibly can right now. I think that will leave me with a ton of caskets that I can save for later, and I'm heavily working, so I'm going to be looking to do a lot of AFK things in my collection log first, but on my road to maxing, the goal will be continually to work towards that. Before I also go for 99 prayer, I think I'm going to do bossing in order to have the elite diaries. So if I go to the elite combat tasks, they have such good rewards. Like a boss will also have more, which is super exciting. 5% increased chance to all elite clue scrolls, which is like super hype. But the biggest one is that the spawn rate goes from 1 in 200 to 1 in 150 for superior slayer monsters. And there's so many things that I could do to get combat achievements. So that's definitely what I want to do. I've done quite a few bosses and greenlogged them just while going through things. But there's tons that I have available and can just go and have fun doing. So that's probably going to be something that I will focus on before doing 99 prayer. And then, yeah, I mentioned that thieving and hunter are going to be grinds that I definitely want to do a lot of clue scrolls through. My thought for thieving is that I would thieve ham members because they drop so many easy clues. And there's one item from easy clues that I really want, and it is the flared trousers, because that is an item required for a step. I got super lucky with like 3 ham joints. If you know about RNG, it's just the way it goes sometimes. And I've also gotten a Bob's green shirt already, which is a requirement for a step. So there's a couple master clue steps that I will need to do easy clues for. I don't think there's anything from hard that I need. I got the Zamorak full helm, so that was super exciting. I think maybe the bandos. There's a couple bandos items that I need, but I need to get the hilt first anyway. Just overall, I've already done a lot of clue scrolls. I've completed the combined, which is fun, but I want to green log the beginner clues so that I don't have to do them anymore. I don't really like the beginner clues. The easy, mediums, and hards are way more enjoyable for me. Unfortunately, easy has like a very high um, amount that you need to for green logging because some of these are just so rare. But I will do a ton of easies along the way for ham members. Mediums, I need ranger boots, so I'll be doing tons and tons and tons of these because I definitely want those eventually. And I don't think there's any other clue items I need for here. I think all the ones that I've gotten from here have been ones that I needed a headband, I needed a boater, I needed a stole, I needed miter and cloak for different clue stashes, but all of them are filled um, as of right now. For hards, I also have, I believe, like except for the Bandos plate body. I think everything else is good. I even have two of the shields, which is super lucky. And yeah, I think that to end off the video, you guys should know the RNG of the account so far. Um, I had to go like almost triple the drop rate for a Thamarin scepter and for the Arania boots. But then I do have like cracked luck in other areas. So far, I've already got 3 pieces of gilded on this account, which is just stupid rare. And I also have the third age druidic staff. So that was just absolutely insane to get on an account like this from my 12th ever. Actually, no, I think it was my 11th because I've opened up one since then, but could not believe that I pulled third age. It was a third age item that wasn't even around back in the day. So when I got it, I like didn't even really notice. I was thinking about the weapons and the armor and those iconic pieces, and I pulled a druidic staff and I didn't even know what it was. And my eyes, like when I actually realized what I had pulled, I just could not believe it. So this is my journey. It will be RuneScape, but I do everything, and I'm looking forward to the road toward max. I'm slowly getting each skill. And yeah, I've got another episode planned just to showcase my path so far in 2024. Right now it's September, and I've actually completed a lot of collection logs and just a lot of levels on the way so far. I wanted to show an example of something that also kind of inspired me. I already have 99 fire making, and if I go to bosses actually, is that where it is, the Winterton? Yeah, Tempros is here. Here's Winterton. So I've got everything but the pet, and I do plan on going back at some point for that, but there's no clues that drop from it, and there's no other collection logs that I can get except for this one. But on my road to 99 fire making, I made sure that I also went and did Shades of Morton. So I got this fully green logged and got lots of prayer XP and tons of fire making XP. And I got the outfit, which will help with getting prayer. So the idea is that by doing everything that there is to offer in RuneScape, you get access to items that help you with other things. And I see so many people that are like absolutely maxed who are trying to go for collection logs, and I'm like not maxed and I want to be maxed. And my whole idea is that I can get maxed and close in on something like 1,000 collection logs, which is perfect because they kind of also recently are talking about releasing some sort of like collection log high scores, which I think would be super cool. And yeah, so there's a lot of these that I have to still do. Like I don't have 99 smithing yet, so I have to do this. But when I think is it in mini games or is it in other? Yeah, when I was getting 99 woodcutting, I decided to go and complete all the forestry. That was a really fun grind. Woodcutting was so great. And on my way to 99 woodcutting, that's pretty much like the vast majority of these, other than the hards, uh, were all from woodcutting. And I opened up maybe I had a clue step that needed a bob shirt, and I think I might have opened, yeah, probably about 100 easy clues in order to get it. So I would have had even about 100 more easies. That's why it's pretty low right now. But if you're wondering what you could expect to go from like around 90 to uh, around like 90 to 99 uh, woodcutting, and then I mean 92 to 98 mining. I've got all these clues on the ground that I'm gonna have to go juggle here in a second. Plus this. So I'm trying to save everything. And every single time I open up an easy, medium, hard, or elite, I have a chance of getting a master clue, and I want to be able to do absolutely every single master clue that pops up. So I've got a lot of work. I have to greenlog Bryophyta. There are so many things that I have to do in order to get the master stashes complete. They are very, very tricky. Flared Trousers is a really hard one that I'm going to have to get. The other ones that are hard are going to be the Bandos Plate Body and Bandos Godsword, and obviously I'm going to have to open up some hard clues and just bite the bullet. I need the Zamorak Godsword. I already have the Black Dragon Mask, which was awesome. I've already got the Bandos Boots and the Dragon Two-Hander. Emulate of the Damned. I'm gonna need the full Blue Moon. I haven't done any of that yet, and I'm gonna need the Bryophyta staff. So there's definitely a few grinds that I'm gonna have to really hone in on in order to fill the master caches. But if I go to the elite stashes, I have every single one except for this one. I do not have a piece of Sunfire. So that'll be a fun grind too. There's a lot of collection logs in the Coliseum, and it looks like a really good moneymaker and just fun in general. But I did go and open up a ton of easy clues because I wanted to get a Bob shirt. So I'm happy that I did that. And if you want to see what I have to do in order to, if you're ever wanting to complete RuneScape and get as many collection logs as possible, there's so many clues that you get from simply mining, fishing, and woodcutting. It is crazy. I love that they, I don't know if they've increased it or if I just never really paid attention when I was younger, because I've been playing this game for so long. But the way that they've updated the clues has just been the absolute best game-changing thing. So you have to go through, and it takes quite a few minutes to juggle everything, but they will stay on the ground whenever you drop them for 1 hour. If a monster drops them, they'll only be there for 2 minutes, and you have to quickly grab them and you have to drop them. But if you do that, you can conceivably have, 100. I've got more than 100 right now. Clues on the ground that you juggle. And what I usually do is I finish them all on the weekend. So these are all from this week. Actually, they're probably about from the last 2 weeks because I've been super busy with getting my school year started. I'm an online teacher, so I get to be on a second monitor doing something AFK nearly all the time while I'm working, which is pretty fun. But I have to go through and juggle all of these. So I'll probably end the video here with me juggling millions of clues, and I'm looking forward to the different grinds. I think because I'm 98 mining, I just want to go and finish off 98 mining and then start on smithing. I would really like to try some of the new Araxor content because it seems like such a fun boss. But I have to finish my Aviancy task, so that'll be something that I'll be working on as well. And This is just a non highly edited, not super high quality video by a dad who is playing the game for nostalgic factor that is so high for anyone that has played the game for a long time. And as this is my best account and farthest progressed account, I really want to see what it's like on the road to max. I know there's so many players doing that right now, and I'll be joining them with my own route of clogging the entire way there. And I will end by saying that I do not raid. So, because I've got kids, the one thing that my collection log is absolutely empty of is raids. If you go to raids, Derek 0, 0, 0. It's something that I just cannot dedicate enough time to. I've raided with my teammates a couple times before, but I usually always have a kid wake up in the middle of the night, or I need to leave at some point, so I'm not able to do that. Whereas bossing, like, you can do a couple of KC, you can log out, you can get away. Raiding is one thing that I just haven't. So maybe once I hit 1,000 collection logs, I'll start doing raids because I might have more time, but who knows. As of right now, I've got lots of ideas for different things that I can work on in my goal of maxing and hitting 1,000, whichever comes first.